just another day. Only to scream into the night. Nothing ever tries to change, even if I want to realize. 'Cause I've been sitting here, same old ways, taking off without the same mistake. Darling, when you go away, won't be as simple for you.
Yo, guys, we are back for another match reaction. Manchester United 3, Aston Villa 0 in what was one of United's comebacks of the season, arguably their best performance, certainly in the second half of the season as well. But before we get into it, if you are new to the channel, remember to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Follow us on Twitter, United X, and smash the notification button. We're also on Instagram as well. Links are in the description. Guys, I'm going to start off from the bat. I'll shout out to those who are watching the chat as well. Big up Atonement saying, oh, shoot. Mowada says, Aaron Abrams deserves a shout out. Big performance. Onana with another error, but he did make a couple of good saves and long passes. We need Rashford to hit some form. He makes us bet a much. Yes, when he's on form, he does. But right now, at least up until a point, he's been having a stinker. Glory Man United watching on Twitch. Big up, buddy. Says, yeah, from Spain. What a comeback. What a night. Big up to you, bro. Happy holidays, everyone. I hope everyone's holidays have been good. So I know there's been the breaking news with whole Jim and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to get to that. And probably with Tom, we'll address that in a second. But I'm enjoying my holiday. And more importantly, Manchester United have won. And that is the most important thing. United needed and a new board news. Amazing, bro. Yes, man. Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Yes, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I was so close to going on loan. I really was. So I'm just getting the lighting fixed. I'm not phasing in and out. Am I? Don't know. I think it's the hat. Let me try that off without the hat on. Okay, that's better. Okay. I was so close to going on loan, man. I really was on close, because to be 2 goals down after 25 minutes effectively at Old Trafford was disgraceful. It was disgraceful. I think the first thing I'll say is that I didn't know it was legal for you to put a let me know in the chat if this is the case. Is it legal for the opposition player to be behind the goalkeeper during a free kick? Let me know if that's legal, because I've never seen that before. For me, like, for that first goal, I was looking at it going, but how can that stand? Like, how can you have a player on the opposition team behind the goalkeeper during a set piece? Like, surely that can't be a thing. But apparently it's a thing because the goal stood. But for me, it's like you rule out goals based on the fact that opposition teams interfere with play. So I don't understand how in 2023 you can allow an opposition player. Yeah, this is the thing. He was offside too, and I don't get it. Like, he could literally be shouting at the keeper, jump, and he's off-putting him. How is that legal? You're in an offside position. You're interfering with the goalkeeper because you're distracting him, but it's okay. Someone needs to explain that in the rules, because I was looking at that first goal and thinking, how is that? Why didn't the referee call that player to get behind, stop being behind Onana? you know, I'm still for life. Me, if someone in the chat has got a better footballing a brain than me, someone needs to actually clarify why an opposition player can stand behind the goalkeeper taking a so can that happen during penalties as well? Can that happen during penalties and corners? I don't get that. I really don't get that. But anyway, we'll go down, frustrating, and then in typical Manchester United fashion, when we go a goal down, we concede. When we go a goal down, we concede again. That has been the pattern of Manchester United throughout this entire season. It happened at West Ham last week. It happened against Copenhagen, Galatasaray, so many other teams this season where we concede a goal, and instead of having composure, we concede another goal. Nottingham Forest, again, the amount of examples this season where United, in quick succession, concede a second goal instead of maintaining some form of discipline is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But yet, somehow, some way, Manchester United were able to get back into the game. I don't know what Ten Hag said in the second half. Maybe something on the lines of like, you know, you all are going to get fined if we don't come back. Maybe. I don't know. You know, maybe. I don't know. But he said something because the players clearly came back and started playing for Ten Hag. Garnacho obviously was offside for the first goal, which was annoying. But you could sense that Villa's strategy of playing this high line and not being compact was not going to work. And eventually in the second half, we got a lot more space. And eventually it was cracked by Garnacho. First at 59 minutes, we then get the equalizer again by Garnacho. Fantastic goal by him. And then big up Rasmus, man. Big up Rasmus Højlund, man. Big up Rasmus. His first Premier League goal. And what a time to score his first Premier League goal. I thought, when I heard, I was like, oh, did Garnacho score a hat-trick? I was like, no, Rasmus getting that goal. And you could see what it meant to him. You could see, I hope that this is the thing that pushes Rasmus forward. Because I think there's a player in Rasmus. I've always said there is a player there. There is a player there. But the guy needs confidence. And clearly he was showing confidence. That goal, to score that goal to win it, should hopefully give him massive confidence, and hopefully you can kick on from there. That's what I hope. So, but guys, I mean, it makes a huge difference. It makes a massive, because I'm going into that thinking, bro, we're going to be 9th. At the rate we're losing, we are going to be 9th. But now we get back up to 6th. We beat a Villa side, okay, the side who needs to beat, because if we're going to get any chance of getting top 5, you know, we've not beaten any team basically in the top 10 this season. Did we beat Bournemouth? I can't remember. I think we did. Have we played them? I think we beat Bournemouth. Oh yeah, no, Chelsea on the top 10. Oh, we beat Chelsea. No, Chelsea on the top 10. But no, lost to Brighton, lost to Newcastle, lost to West Ham, lost to City, lost to Spurs, lost to Arsenal, drew with Liverpool. We've not beaten a single team in the top 10, bar Villa. So we needed that win to have any chance of, I don't think we're going to get top 4. I'll keep it a stack. But hopefully 5th place will be enough for an English side. That's what I'm aiming for. That's what I'm aiming for right now. City will obviously come back and win their game in hand. So it's essentially 5, and obviously Spurs. So it's essentially whoever's in 4th, which is probably going to be, I don't know who Spurs are playing tomorrow. Brighton away. Who knows? That could go either way, but probably Spurs will probably win that game. So essentially, we're trying to catch Villa, and you're good 8 points behind Villa. You know, it's a must. We're still a good 8 points behind a 4th or 5th, because you know City are going to win their games in hand. Well, I anticipate they're going to win their games in hand. I don't know. Maybe they might drop points against Everton tomorrow. Who knows? But it was a massive need, because if we don't, you know, you can consider Champions League football over. But big up the lads, big up Garnacho, big up Rasmus for getting his first goal. And obviously we'll go into some of the other players next. Before we get into that, let me just quickly read some of your comments, guys. Let's have a look. Big up Mo, big up RDS, says Tupper. It was looking peak. It was, buddy. It was looking extremely peak, man. Big up Rasmus, man. Mo says someone needs to explain to me. Tom says Emery is a master of the dark arts for the set. He is, and I don't know why Manchester. The thing is, when I see something like that, I'm like, why can't Manchester United do that? Like, I don't actually cuss people now. In my mind, I'm like, okay, why can't Manchester United do that? Why can't Manchester United do these things as well? Like, why is it that all these other teams have all these different strategies to take advantage of, but Manchester United, for whatever reason, can't do it? I just don't get it personally, but you know, it is what it is. Rasmus Rasmus A says, so happy for Rasmus. Big up, bro. He was about to be subbed off. Rashford got hurt, so he got subbed off instead of Rasmus, and Rasmus scored the winner. Indeed. And that's a lesson for Ten Hag. Ten Hag, are you watching? Because Rasmus was about to get subbed off, but Rashford got himself hurt, so he got subbed off. And yet Rasmus goes on to score. Remember against is it West Ham last week even? We go a goal down, you sub off Rasmus Rashford off, we concede 2 goals. I'm not saying Rasmus has to play all 90 minutes, but we can't keep on taking our only striker, because he is. Rashford is a striker, Garnacho is a striker, Anthony's a striker. We can't keep on taking only striker when we're down goals. It just makes 0 sense. I don't know why Ten Hag does it. Yes, but I knew if the person doesn't move, they don't count it. So I guess it's in the manners. I don't know how they could deem that as not interfering when you're standing right behind the goalkeeper. It's wild, actually. But there's a lot of things this season where I don't understand footballing rules. I feel like they've just I feel like they I feel like I don't know. They just seem to making up the rules as they go along. Big up Detroit City says, shout out RDS, stop the Emery hype. That's stop the Emery hype. That's his level. Let's keep it up. Emery's doing a good job. And let's be honest, he beats Arsenal, City, Spurs, and Chelsea. I don't think he's beaten Liverpool yet. But he beat those teams. So big up Emery, and it's still in the Conference League. Whether they'll get Champions League football remains to be seen. But at the end of the day, Villa got their highline exposed, essentially. That's what happened. But like anything, it's a squad game. And, you play against Sheffield United. I think they lost, didn't they, if I recall? I think they lost to Sheffield United due to it was an equalizer. So it was 1-1. And they lost this game, and you don't know. That's what happens sometimes with clubs where, like, they do surprisingly well, and then suddenly teams like, will either figure them out or be more defensive, and then it becomes difficult. But we'll see what happens. I still think Emery will get European football with Aston Villa. It's just a question of, does he finish in top 4, 5, or does he finish like 7th? I can't see Newcastle are, to me, also the team that look like they're in free fall. I go back to the Premier League table here, and Newcastle look like they're in free fall. I don't think they're going to get below 10th, but I don't know whether they're going to get European football. They might get Europa League. I'm not sure. West Ham on the up. City, obviously, enough said. I don't know. I think I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Villa's next game is against Burnley, so they should probably beat. Well, you assume they'll beat Burnley, but Everton away, Newcastle. Who knows? No, Bournemouth battered us. Oh yeah, they did. We shouldn't. I don't even know how that even happened. I'll be quite frank. No, I know how it happened. Eric Ten Hag, for whatever reason, insisted on. As an honorable mention, by the way, I'm glad he dropped McTominay and played Eriksen instead. McTominay is not. McTominay is a striker, and so henceforth, if McTominay is going to be involved for games going for United, he should be coming off the bench for Højlund. Simple as that for me. Big up Minds. Big up Minds. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I'll be at the game to see Rasmus goals. Yeah, hopefully, buddy. It was a good finish as well. Good finish as well, man. It's your #1 Canadian fan, buddy. Yes, thank you, Minds. Hope you're doing well, buddy, on Twitch. But yo, I want your thoughts on Kane playing the EFL. Liam Miller, yeah. He plays for. If I'm honest, bro, I haven't watched Preston North End. I have not watched Preston North End. I've not watched Preston North End for a while, man. But the remind me the combined America's it's the summer, right? It's not January. January's AFCON and the Asian Cup. The CONCACAF competition with South America, North America is in the summer. Remind me if that's correct. Have Canada qualified? Mawada says, we are so bad at set pieces on both ends. Time to time, they had a free. Yeah, exactly. I can't remember the last time United. To be honest, in the 10 years since Fergie, and I don't think we were good at set under Fergie. Why haven't we got a set piece coach? Because I can't remember a time when Manchester United have been good consecutively at set pieces, scoring from, aside from maybe when Fellaini was playing for us. That's it. When we just lobbed the ball up, crossed the corner, crossed inshallah to Fellaini. I cannot remember the last time that we were actually good with set pieces. We don't, either you buy a James Ward-Prowse who can, or Trippier who can score every free kick, or you get a set piece coach, because free kicks, no. Corners, no. I don't get it. Who does our set piece coaching? I generally do not get it. Fabrizio says, "Are you Ten Hag out? If so, who would you want as new manager?" I was Ten Hag out and players out at 2-0 down. Right now, I'm like, well, he's not going to be sacked. He's bought himself some more time. We have, looking at the fixtures right now, your way to Forest. What happened to Forest today? Did they win or lose today? Remind me, what happened to Forest? Yeah, they did win today. They beat Newcastle at St. James's Park. So they're going to come in with some enthusiasm. And, they battered us at Old Trafford for 30 minutes. So they're going to, if we don't start well, we're going to have problems, Yeah, the way I see it, as I've said several times with Ten Hag, is that at the end of the day, he's still on a trial basis, because clearly, with the confirmed news that Ineos is going to take over, they'll be assessing their options and they'll want to get the guys in. So at the end of the day, Ten Hag is on forward watch, because if he bottles it, if he doesn't qualify, if he doesn't get into Europe, if the team ultimately turns against him, what's going to happen? He'll be sacked. And so Jim and the Ineos group will now that we know that they're confirmed to be in charge of footballing operations, they are probably going to bring in their guy. Just like what happened at Chelsea or Todd Bowley, they will want to bring in their guy. Who that guy is, I don't know, but I sure as I hope it's not Graham Potter. Bring back Mourinho's contract. I suspect Chelsea will want to bring him back. Yeah, Newcastle dropping out. City, Liverpool, Arsenal probably going to top 3. Yeah, City, Liverpool, and Arsenal will get top 3, unless the only thing I'd say is that the City is, how long is Rodri out? How long is Rodri out? Because if Rodri is out for a while, that could make things interesting. I will say that if Rodri injury, is he out? How long is he out? because I think he might be out for a while. Not a long time. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe someone can tell me, but that might be, because for me, that might be even the title. That might be the difference. Even the title, guys, because if Rodri is out for City, he's a major blow, and it's the point that City might not even finish top 4, depending on how long he's out for and when Kevin De Bruyne comes back or whatever. Like they might struggle because Rodri is such a key man for those guys, and when he's not played, City have looked quite average. So we'll see. Yeah, great to see Makai. Yeah, he's Makai and Seek, man. Yeah, Copper America in the Sum of the Years, AFCON Asia Cup. Yep. We covering a lot of watch alongs there. J Twist says this ain't sustainable today, was good for him, but that's it. But the problem with J Twist is why couldn't we play the like in the second half, in the first half? Why couldn't we do that? Why can we play that for at least 75 minutes? I mean, I know we conceded poor goals, but I just don't get why we couldn't play that way. It just made zero sense to me. Big up those watching on Facebook and Twitch, by the way. Shout out to SMB. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, and hopefully Happy New Year to everyone watching the Redo. Thank you guys for such an amazing year, reaching 4K. Just even though I've not been as prolific as I would like, I do want to thank everyone who continues to support the channel. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe. It really goes a long way. It is just me that does this. I stream when I can. I'm a very busy guy, work-wise. So when I can do post matches, I do. I just pace myself, but it is what it is. But I love talking about United, and I love engaging with the community. So I appreciate it, everybody. If McTominay comes back in team, he better not. He better not. I mean, I'm still not convinced with Eriksen. Eriksen is good for the creativity passing, but I am worried because of his lack of legs. But Mainu being there, kind of, low-key shout out Mainu, man. Low-key shout out Mainu, man. We need that kind of calming influence. And I think if, like, January's going to be big because I don't know when Casemiro and Lisandro are back. But if Lisandro is back in January and Casemiro is back in January, then we might be able to cook. We might be able to cook. If Lisandro can be back, January, February, and Casemiro, then we might be able to cook. We might be able to cook, but we'll see what happens. Simply, the City versus Everton game is going to be a tougher game than it looks. Everton's a better team. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. The loss of Rodri for City is a big blow. If Rodri isn't playing and he's out for a while because of this knee injury, because it could have been a horrific knee injury, I don't know how long Rodri is going to be out for. But if he's out for a while, I'm still trying to find. Oh, he will be fit. Roger says he'll be fit for Manchester United's return to Premier League, despite saying one of the worst tackles of his career. Okay, so he'll be fit. Okay, so he's going to play. Okay, then they'll probably be fine. I thought he was out for a while. Okay, then they'll be fine. Canada's not playing well internationally. I could see that. Man. I don't think they are. I think it's not too long. I remember mean that the injury. Yeah. It looks like he'll be back. Whether they'll risk him against Everton or not, I don't know. But I suspect he'll be back against Everton. We need to beat Trinidad and Tobago to qualify for Copa in March. And if we qualify, we place Argentina, Chile, and Paraguay in the Copa America. Yeah, that's going to be an L for Canada, unfortunately, bro. I'm sorry, Mines. I'm sorry, buddy. It's not happening. Canada aren't that good yet. This game reminds me of the 3-2 win at Newcastle under Mourinho in 2019. 2-0 down, turn around, and Sanchez scored first goal. Just be like, yeah, exactly. But obviously, Mourinho was sacked not too long after that, wasn't he? STB said this year might be Arsenal's best chance to win it. City hungover, Liverpool rebuild, Man United up and down, see Chelsea in the mud, no excuse for the Gunners. Yes, however, what I would say is that if Rodri comes back into this City team and De Bruyne comes back, City still need to will have that run. City will have that run. City will have that run and it'll cause them problems. So we'll see what happens. Let's get into the player ratings, guys. Let's get into the player ratings. Who's people's man of the match, by the way? Make sure you vote in the poll. So far, from everyone that's voted, and there's been 19 votes, 53% of you say Garnacho, with 42% of you saying Rasmus, and then 5% of you saying Mainu, who deserves more respect, guys. Mainu is doing like the Carrot Row man, where he basically is doing a lot of work with very little recognition. that is essentially what Mainu's doing as we speak right now. He's the fact that he's sort of slid in to this team, and it's effectively a Casemiro replacement as far as I'm concerned, aside from the goals, because Cassie obviously scored a lot of goals, and I'd actually like to see a midfield of Mainu, Casemiro, and Eriksen, or Mainu, Casemiro, and Bruno. But Mainu, Casemiro, and Eriksen, to be honest, I would like to see. And allow Casemiro to go further forward a bit. I would like to see that. But yeah, let me quickly get into the player ratings, guys. So Onana, because we won, I'll give him a 6. I'm not entirely sure what happens for. I don't blame him for the first goal, because I still understand how that can be. You could say he come out, but I don't understand how that whole should have come out, baby. But I don't know. I still think that's weird that you can have an opposition player standing behind the keeper and deem not being interfering with play. That's mad to me. The second goal, he's not, is it McGinn is not dendoncker, so it's not been marked. What can you do? But Onana made a few key saves in the second half as well. I think, yeah, I'll give Onana a 6. I'll give Onana a 6, to be honest. Dalot, I'll give a 7. I think Dalot had a solid game today, especially playing, playing in a different position. I don't know what's going to happen in January, because Reguilon is basically we don't have Reguilon in January. He's going. So are the board going to buy another fullback? Because if Dalot or Wan-Bissaka get injured or suspended, we're down to bare knuckle in terms of fullback. I don't see Shaw here. So I suspect Shaw is injured or out. Because if Shaw's injured again, we cannot go into the end of the season with only two fit fullbacks. Okay, and when basically makeshifting Dalot, because Reguilon is going to be going back a gap away. So I don't know whether we agree to pay Spurs more and keep Reguilon. I don't know, but we need to sign another fullback or extend Reguilon's deal. Pick one, because we cannot spend the remaining season with only 2 fullbacks. And this is where the management, Manchester United hierarchy, etc., all that stuff like that needs to be taken into account. Okay, yep, Ten Hag, tax, etc., etc. You can't go in to the final season with only 2 full fullbacks. Sorry, stupid. Johnny Evans, I'm gonna made a fantastic clearance. I'll give Johnny Evans a 7 as well. I mean, I know that the defending could have been better in this game. I know it could have, but at the same time, as I've said several times throughout this whole saga, Manchester United, we need our strikers to actually score goals, and they did today. That's the difference. Wan-Bissaka, I'll give a 7.5. Wan-Bissaka, I think, had another really good game today. So I'll give Wan-Bissaka a 7.5, I think, as well. Who else? Varane. I didn't really notice Varane that much, if I'll be perfectly honest. I I think he was okay. I'm not saying he had a bad game. I'm give him a 7. 6.5 to 7 for Varane. Mainu for me, I'm going to give Mainu a... there are going to be some high scores here. I'm going to give Mainu an 8. Mainu for me... And I said people from the start of the season that Mainu was the most important player. If we had Mainu at the beginning of the season, who knows where we'd be? We certainly would be a bit higher up. Mainu, we need a fit Mainu. You know, we needed a fit Mainu. We needed a fit Mainu. Imagine if Mainu had started. I genuinely think if he hadn't got that injury because of Casemiro, imagine if Mainu had started. I don't think he would have been picked right away, but imagine if he'd started with Casemiro, with Eriksen, with all these dons. Imagine. He's just that good. You know, he's 18 years old, and he can grow. He's that good, man. He's that good. As my water says, I'm so happy Mainu's not getting so much hype. It will help him because he's playing the Carrick role where you're not scoring tons of goals. It's just, just kind of just take your time. But we need him to but he's so important. Our midfield looks so much more stable when Mainu plays. Simple as that. Simple as that. Eriksen, I'll give Eriksen a 7.5. Again, the creativity that he has that McTominay doesn't is basically the difference. The creativity, you know, is the difference. The creativity that he brings is the difference. Sorry, my man have hope is unfortunately he's not. My man have hope is unfortunately not happy that United won today. And the fact that he's going to probably have to watch Chelsea get cooked tomorrow. It is what it is. You know, Chelsea get cooked, United win. I'm happy. You know what I mean? But yeah, Eriksen, that creativity we needed from Eriksen. We really did need that creativity from Eriksen. We really, really, really need creativity. So I'm happy with that. Who else? Bruno. I'll give Bruno 6.5. You know, he played a lot better in the second half, but I mean, his petulance and his, I don't know. He's clearly wants the team to succeed, but I don't know with Bruno, man. I just feel that. Well, as we saw in certain games, if you play with an Eriksen there or McTominay there, are we that much worse off? I don't know. But I don't have a Bruno agenda here. I think he was better in the second half, but there were better players, in my personal opinion. One of them being Garnacho, who hustled, man. Garnacho, for me, I'll give Garnacho the match and the man of the match because you got the brace to basically equalize the game. I'll give Garnacho a good 8.5, man. Garnacho, good 8.5. He scored the goals to get us back into the game. We equalized because of Garnacho braces at the end of the day. We equalized because of the Garnacho brace, and I am just so I'm happy, man, because, you know, there's a lot of talk about the strikers, you know, they're not being good enough, etc. And Garnacho, you know, Garnacho was able to do his thing. Garnacho was able to do his thing. He got the brace. He's got his goals. And I couldn't be happier for him. I could not be happier for Garnacho. Rashford. Rashford. I don't know. What do you give Rashford? I don't know. What do you do for Rashford? I don't think he was terrible today. I think he had a better you know, I think we'll see I'm hoping we'll see a better Marcus Rashford. Because if Marcus Rashford is on fire and cooks, he could turn around our season. It was better for him today, but you know, I'll give him a 6.5, man. We need Rashford, but 6.5 for me. And finally, Højlund, man. I'm gonna give Højlund an 8, man. I'm gonna give Højlund an 8 because was Ollie Watkins playing? I didn't notice him. Højlund, man. Big up Højlund. Big up my man Højlund, man. Getting that goal. And I really, really hope. I'm sure we've already said in the chat, there's a lot of people who are happy for this dude. Even non-Manchester United fans are happy for this guy because they're like, they can see the talent, the talent that's there in this guy. The talent is there. You know, and he scored 5 UCL goals. He scored 5 UCL goals. But no Premier League goal. But thankfully, he's got this Premier League goal, and hopefully that he can build on and go from strength to strength. You know, hopefully we can go from strength to strength. I mean, you know, exactly. Rasmus Højlund, post-match interview. I'm the happiest man in the world right now. He got the winning goal. You see the emotion. He's like, yes. On Boxing Day, yes. And I hope he plays against Wigan and gets a few goals. I hope he plays against Wigan and cooks. Play him in the FA Cup against Wigan and get some goals and get him to cook. That's what we need. Get him to cook. Okay? Get Rasmus cooking and build that confidence and help him out, man. Help Rasmus, man. Help him out, man. It's a bit like, I don't know. I just think that, you know, we need to just give him some give him some backing, give him some support, man. You know, at the end of the day, like, there's a lot of like, I don't like when people criticize players. One, criticize young players, and two, criticize players that are in their first season for Manchester United. Okay, that's why I've not been too harsh on Garnacho. I've not been too harsh on Mainu. I've not been too harsh. So not Garnacho, Højlund, Mainu, and a couple of other players that are in their first season for Manchester United. Even though Nana, as bad as it is, I'm still trying to give him the benefit of that because it's his first season. You know, but for players that have been here before, you know, the Martials, the Rashfords, the Shaws, or players that have got Premier League experience like Mason Mount, etc. I expect more from you guys. I expect more from these guys. So the fact that people are so, you know, Højlund should be this and Højlund should be that, Højlund should be this, etc., etc. I'm like, come on, man. What were you expecting? This is a player who basically has barely had any professional football. He went to Atalanta, scored a few goals, and you're expecting him to basically be a Don? Come on, man. Come on. Come on, man. You can't do that, man. You can't do that. You can't do that, guys. You can't do that. Guys, you can't do that, man. You can't do that. So, yeah. I hope he goes from strength to strength from now, is the point I'm trying to make. I hope he goes. I hope he scores goals. I hope I just hope that for his sake, I hope that this is the first of many goals. My prediction was, I think, 15 goals. I think it was 15 goals this season. So he's got in all competitions, in all comps. So he's got 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's got 9 goals. So if he can give me 9 goals, he's got 2 competitions to do it in. So if you give me 9 goals, Højlund, if you could maybe bag a few against Wigan, and then maybe you can get a few against some of the Premier League teams, who knows what might happen. But let me know what your thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts are, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on the game. By the way, check out my second channel, Red Mark, if you haven't already. My Godzilla -1 movie review is there, and I will be filming my Aquaman review for tomorrow as well. So just bear that in mind as well. Let's have a quick look at the comments, and then we will say adieu because it's late in the UK. And I got to go to bed. Let's have a quick look at some comments. Yes, Tapo says that Mainu kid has to start for you guys. First name on the team sheet. I play him in a double pivot. Exactly against Casemiro. He's showing the calm influence Aaron was supposed to. Exactly. Tapo, the kid is only, I think, 18. He's 18. I've said before. I genuinely believe that Ten Hag's plan, the beginning scene, was to play Mainu and because that's who they played together. The plan at the beginning of the season was to play Casemiro and Mainu together in a double pivot and to play Sancho as a number 10. That was the plan. Mainu, Amrabat, and Sancho in the number 10 position. I think that was the plan, or more centrally to get him. I genuinely think that was the plan. And then Mainu got injured, and then Sancho fell out, and then Casemiro, and it is what it is. It is what it is. Paraguay and Chile are winnable games, though, if we can acquire higher manager. I don't know, body minds. I think you're bigging up Canada too much, man. J2S says, what is United's best team? Onana, Dallo, Martinez, Varane, Shaw, Højlund, Garnacho. To be honest, I put Wan-Bissaka on the right and Dallo on the left. I don't know. Shaw hasn't done anything to me this season that wants him starting. What has Shaw done this season? Like Dallo and Wan-Bissaka played more games this season than Shaw. And when Shaw's played, what has he done exactly? We've conceded goals down his side against when he played against, was it West Ham and the Buse game? We were conceding goals down his side. So for me, Wan-Bissaka and Dallo, Casemiro, Mainu, I agree. Bruno, personally, I would play Eriksen in Bruno's position. I play Casemiro, Mainu, and Eriksen. Eriksen for the creativity and because they need to track back. Like Eriksen is one of our better passers on the ball and our better creative players. So I don't. You can't drop Bruno because he's the captain. But if I had my way, I play Casemiro, Mainu, and Eriksen. That for me is our best midfield. As for the attackers, Rashford, Højlund, Garnacho. I mean, it's interchangeable. You could potentially place Anthony for Rashford, Palestra in there. I don't know, but yeah, that's fair enough. Yep. Do you think that Ten Hag will start Maguire when he's fit? Probably. Yeah, he will. He will. He'll drop Evans and play Maguire. He'll play Varane and Maguire together. I would be surprised if he plays Maguire and Evans together. But Evans, low key, is actually doing okay. Like whatever people say about Evans, like I know people say Johnny Evans this, Johnny Evans that, but at the end of the day, like it's good that we have Evans because Lisandro is out, Maguire's injured, Lindelof is having back surgery, Varane can be injured times. At the end of the day, we've had to play Evans, and when Evans has played, he's done a half decent job. I'd rather Evans come in as fifth choice centre back than some of the disaster classes that you see at other teams. But it is what it is. That's a question. That's what I was saying. That's a question. Bruno needs to chill. He's a good player, but way too risk happy and also petulant. Rasmus is one of our best buys post for I really hope it works out for him. I do. I really hope he does. I really, really do. But he's a young player and he needs to be nurtured. Will he be nurtured at Manchester United? I don't know. Will he be nurtured at Manchester United? I don't know. I really, really, really don't know. I don't know. Oh, by the way, let me go. Should I do watch-alongs, back to watch-alongs? I probably should. I probably should go back to doing watch-alongs, but I don't know when and or how we're doing them soon. I think the next United are playing. When are we playing next? So look, fixtures. Yeah, we're playing Nottingham Forest on Saturday. We're playing Nottingham Forest on Saturday. Yeah, could maybe do a watch long for that. 5:30. They'll hopefully televise it. And there's the table, like I said, guys. Top six. We're sixth, at least until West Ham play tomorrow against Arsenal. So hopefully Arsenal can do us a favor and we'll be sixth. Yay! We'll be sixth. Europa League. But come on. We need to get into fifth place. We need to get into these coveted Champions League spots and hope like hell that Villa or Spurs will somehow drop and lose points. But that game against Spurs in January is going to be key. It really, really is going to be key. I want us to get Champions League football so bad. That's all I can say. Yeah, Shaw 2 against Bournemouth was trash. He was garbage, man. Coy's mate says, good win. Let's keep up the win now. Yep, exactly, man. I'll take Jimmy seriously if Bruno Marshall or sold us. They don't. Yeah, exactly. I'll take Jimmy seriously if he says, listen, guys, I'm getting Mbappe because I have ambition, because his contract expires at the end of the season. I'm going to offer him a project. Plus or minus a few other signings. Yep, he is. Camboire's a decent prospect too. I think he had an okay game against West Ham. I don't blame the goals. Mainly was the second one, not his fault. Well, it was his fault, but I mean, he made him. He's a youngster. He makes mistakes. I don't think anyone was too critical of Maine, especially given his performance. People criticizing him for the second goal. Listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Bruno more Shimon, exactly. Well, yeah, exactly. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Like I said, if it was me, I would play Eriksen where Bruno is and play Mainu and Casemiro in the double pivot. We cannot continue playing two attacking midfielders and just keep on doing it. That we definitely can't go back to that. If you're going to play a midfield, then at the very least you could. Even against Forest, to be honest, I'm not even sure whether it's a good idea to play Mainu, Eriksen, and Bruno against Forest, because Forest are a lot. I mean, Villa are quick, but Forest midfield are no joke either. Everyone remembers what happened at Old Trafford, so I don't know. We need to think about it. Drop McTominay was a big difference. It was. I mean, remember, Ten Hag. People need to remember, guys. Ten Hag wanted McTominay and Maguire sold. He wanted them sold so he can bring in another midfielder, another holding midfielder, and he got Amrabat on loan. And obviously, we didn't get our centre back. We got Evans. Amrabat and Evans, I do not think were Ten Hag's first choice. Let's keep it a stack. I don't think they were his first choice by any stretch of imagination, but it is what it is. Mbappe at Manchester under the HN. Yes, J2S. Yes, J2S. Mbappe. This is the thing. That's why. If Mbappe rocks up at Manchester United, it doesn't matter what Manchester United do anymore. It doesn't matter what Manchester United do anymore, because you can always rock up to a Have Hope stream and say, listen, we stole your guy and you have to rep our guy now. So, it won't happen, but it would be cool if it did. Eriksen, about Mainu, Casemiro, two of these need to start every game. Exactly. And for me, it'd be Mainu and Casemiro. Then Mainu and Eriksen, then Mainu and Amrabat. Crystal Palace, please win. Yes, bro. I'm up for that as well. I need a Christmas Palace dub. I need a Christmas Palace, guys. I know we don't. I know it's shameless, but as people who know who watch me, I don't like Chelsea Football Club for various reasons. Now, right now, as it stands now, Chelsea Football Club are finishing 2023 in the bottom half of the table. Okay, they're finishing 2023 in the bottom half of the table. Now, Palace, Roy, you're listening. Roy, Are you listening? Roy, I need you to beat these guys here. Because if you can beat these guys here, well, actually, I'm looking at it, actually. Oh, yeah, if they win, they'll go ahead of Bournemouth because they've got better goal difference. But Roy, if you're listening, I need you guys to do the dub here. Because really the only way 19-1-2 is if who are Wolves playing? Yeah, if Wolves beat Brentford? No, they can't. Yeah, if Wolves beat Brentford, then they'll still be, so there's some goal difference here. So if the world is just, okay, if the world is just, either Wolves or Brentford, because I think if Brentford win, they'll go to 22 points, or Wolves, they'll go ahead. So if the world is just, one of these two, Chelsea are 12th essentially. At the end, if the world is just, Chelsea are 12th by the end of this. That if the world is just, that's what happens. If it's a just world, but it's not a just world. It's not a just world right now. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna stop cooking Chelsea for a while, but it does make me better as a United fan. Oh, Merry Season's greetings, Merry Christmas, bath time, man. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Hope you are doing well, buddy. We'll hopefully get Tom the truth on. I want to break down this whole Ineos thing, and I need Tom for that. So, but we'll see what happens. But we'll hopefully have that show at some point soon. No, Amrabat is a disaster football. You're out of your mind if you want to play him. I definitely what I'd agree with bath time is that I don't think we should sign him. I definitely don't think we should sign him. It'll be Casemiro, Bruno. Yeah, of course, that's what it'll be. I'd rather Casemiro, Bruno, Eriksson, but it will be Casemiro, Bruno, Mainu. I'm interested what your thoughts are on Mainu bath time, by the way. Is he what you expected? And most haven't been on much lately. What are your thoughts on Sir Jim and his team taking? Yeah, exactly. We've not done a show on it yet, and at some point I will do. And probably I'm thinking I was going to say a Friday night show, but I think I'm working on Friday. Yeah, the 29th. I think I'm working on 29th. Otherwise, I would have done one. Maybe New Year. We'll probably do the 31st. Maybe do a New Year's show. 31st, something like that on Sunday, maybe. It would have been Friday, but I'm working on Friday, unfortunately. So, but I'll get Tom, and we'll do a show, and we'll break it down. Because I said I've not done a video or reaction to it at all, because I've been. It's Christmas. It's the seasons. I saw it. I saw the announcement Christmas Eve and was like, I couldn't care less at this moment in time, because I'm enjoying my time, and it was typical Manchester United after serving raw chicken to consumers to announce this takeover when people were doing other things. That's what I thought. That's what I thought was that's what I thought was interesting. That's what I thought was interesting. Sofian Eriksen Coleman. Yep, okay. Amrabat moves like a shilling pony. He's it's just not the right buy. It's just not the right buy. We need to buy a couple of players in January. So Jim McLean to pull some miracle to buy some players because I'm in for not strong. I don't think we're going to buy anybody though. The whole thing about splashing the cash stuff like that, I don't think that's going to happen, buddy. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't. I think Amrabat is a better. Yeah, I think Amrabat's a better midfielder than McTominay. I'd agree with that. Let's have a look. There's the conversation with the bath time with McTominay or not. Fabrizio says, would you sign anyone in January? Oh yeah, I'd sign plenty of players in January, but we don't need money. I'd sign a centre back because we can't rely on the fitness of any of them. bar somehow Johnny Evans. I'd sign a fullback because Reguilon is going in January, and we only have 2 fit fullbacks because I can't rely on the fitness of Luke Shaw. So therefore, I only count Wan-Bissaka and Dalot as our fully fit fullbacks. I'd sign a striker because we need support for Højlund. Yeah, those I think would be, and I mean, if you could, I'd sign another winger. But those for me would be my 3 key points: a striker, a centre back, and a fullback. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. Any more comments? I think people are, I think we're having a McTominay versus Amrabat debate in the chat. So big up to you guys in the chat. My opinion is that Manchester United won, and I'm happy for Garnacho and Højlund, to be honest. That's what I'd say. But obviously, based on the team, I suspect that Ten Hag will play the same team, or a similar team against Nottingham Forest at home. I suspect it will be Mainu, Eriksen, and Bruno. Is what I expect he'll play. Whether that's right or not, I don't know. But you'd think it'd be good enough to at least deal with the Forest midfield away from home. But like I said, Forest did well today. They did well. Chris Wood, a hat-trick, man. Chris Wood somehow scored a hat-trick at St. James's Park, and we struggled. So there you go. Enough said. But I suspect the emphasis was on Forest to score goals, though. So it is what it is there. Guys, I have to bounce, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. Make sure you drop a like, smash and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Follow us on Twitter at WeUniteX and smash that notification button for the latest Manchester United news as well. If you're not subscribed already, please support the channel on the road to 5K subscribers. Have a good holiday, everyone. Join us live again on Saturday as well for the match reaction to the Forest game. And hopefully, with Tom back on the channel, some interesting Sir Jim news as well. Have a good day, everyone, and cheers. Peace, 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 peace. Ooh.